Still in Unit 2, still doing equations, and we are on day 9. So we have now done almost every type of equation that you can see. Okay? We're still missing 3 and 4 things. We have done 1 steps, we've done 2 steps, we've done multi-steps, we've done variables on both sides. A couple things we haven't seen. We haven't seen decimals in our equations. We haven't seen fractions in our equations. And we'll get to those probably later in the week. But most importantly, every single equation we've had has had how many solutions? How many solutions has the equation had? 1 solution. So today, we are going to be talking about 1 solution, no solution, or all real numbers. So now sometimes we are not going to be able to solve an equation and say x equals 7. And I want to show you what I mean today because we're going to test a lot of things. So we're going to start off with just a nice basic example of x plus 2 equals 4. This is an equation that you all probably could solve in our head, right? X plus 2 equals 4. What does x have to be? Well, we subtract 2 from both sides. X equals 2. I want you to check that. So the check portion is x equals 2. So where I see x, I'm going to substitute in 2 plus 2 equals 4. Does that work? 4 equals 4. Check. We're good. Okay, so is that a solution? Absolutely. Sometimes there are no solutions. There are things where we're going to solve, and we cannot get an answer. It's physically impossible to get an answer. So when we have no solution, the problem will simplify down to one side not being equal to the other side. If one side is not going to be equal to the other side, it is going to be no solution. And you're like, what do you mean? Because x equals 7 doesn't really mean, yeah, just wait. So we're going to do it nice and easy first. If I say x plus 7 equals x plus 3, and no solutions only happen, please. No solutions happen only when we've got variables on both sides. Okay? We can only have no solution when there's variables on both sides. So first step, and this is one of the reasons why I've started us off here. Do we have variables on both sides? Yeah, Isabella. Which x is bigger? The left or the right? I said Isabella as I'm looking at Alyssa. I'm sorry, Alyssa. Sorry, Isabella. I know, you know it. I'm trying to get everybody. Alyssa, go ahead. Which one? Left or right? Which one's bigger? Left? Why is the left x bigger than the right x? How many x's are on the left?
1.
Okay, 1. How many x's are on the right?
1.
Oh, so there's really not one that's bigger, right? So we still have to combine them. I'm going to subtract 1x from both sides. 1x minus 1x is 0. So those are gone. 1x minus 1x is 0, so those are gone. 7 comes down. 3 comes down. And we're left over with 7 equals 3.
No.
So there is no x's left. We got rid of 1x minus 1x is 0. There was 0 x's. 1x minus 1x is 0. There were 0 x's. So what are we left over with? one number equaling another number, except, can 7 equal 3?
No.
In no form of math will 7 be the same as 3. It's not going to happen. So because 7 does not equal 3, so I'm going to write this. Because 7 does not equal 3, the solution is no solution. You don't have to write the explanation, but when you get one side and it truly does not equal the other side, you can be like, Mr. H screwed up. I might have, but it's no solution. Yes, ma'am?
So if we're doing this on paper, then we just put 7 equals 3, or we just...
You would put 7 equals 3 and then put no solution. You have to have all of this and this guy down here. That's a good question. Brendan,
What if it was like 6 equals 3?
does 6 equal 3?
No.
Then it's no solution. B,
So it wouldn't equal 0, right? Because that's a solution, isn't it?
x equaling 0. Notice what happened though, guys. And this is the biggest part. I love what you're saying here. 0, right? 1x minus 1x is 0. Yes? Could I write 0 plus 7?
No.
Yeah, because this is 0. We know that. 0 plus 7 is what?
7.
7. 1x minus 1x. Could I still say 3 plus 0?
Yeah.
Because 0 plus 7 is still 7. 0 plus 3 is still 3. Does 7 equal 3? No. Okay, so I'm going to do a couple examples and I'm going to show you some of the pitfalls because I love what you're saying. Let's go like this. Let's say 3x plus 7 equals 2x plus 7. And I want to show you all the things of where could you screw up. I mean, there's a lot of places you could screw up, but I'm going to show you the most basic ones. This one's going to be for B. So you're going to work with me a little bit. You're like, oh man, this was not a good deal. Split it down the middle. Which variable is smaller, 3x or 2x? 2x. So there's my variables. I'm going to move the 2x and combine it. Subtract 2x from both sides, right, Caleb?
Yeah.
That's on your phone. I'll get you.
No.
So that gives me 1x. Plus 7 drops down. Plus 7 drops down, right? Does that make sense so far? How do I isolate the x? Go ahead.
Subtract 7.
Subtract 7 from both sides, right?
Yes.
Greg, are you all right, man?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to subtract 7 from both sides. All of a sudden, x equals, I have to have something on both sides. What's 7 minus 7?
0.
Okay. That's a solution. There's one solution. How do I know there's one solution? Because I can check it. I can say, check, and go 3 times 0 plus 7, take away that parentheses reach, equals 2 times 0 plus 7. 3 times 0 is 0. 0 plus 7 equals 2 times 0 is 0 plus 7. Oh, 7 equals 7. Is that true? So when I substitute 0 in, that works. Make sense? Okay. Let's do another one. So let's go 2x minus 8 equals 4x plus 7 minus 2x. So I want you to simplify this problem as much as possible. Okay? You should be able to solve this for the most part, but just simplify it as much as possible. Try to get one side, try to get the other side. It is even colder than usual in here. I still think it's just my heart. Nice. Okay, stop.
Pretty cool.
Not anymore. No, I'm good. You go. So cover up one side. We're still following, the rules stay the same. We're still finding the balance point. We're still distributing if needed. We're combining like terms on the same side if needed. We're doing all those things.
Is that 0?
Where? Here? Yeah. Oh, excuse me. got 20 more seconds. Just try your best. Can't ask for more than that. I guess I could, but that'd be unfair. Okay, balance point. Carly, which side do you want to start with, left or right?
Left.
Okay, what do I have to do on the left side?
Distribute
What am I distributing?
2 times 1.
2 times, oh, wonderful. 2 times 1x is
2. X.
2x. Then what? 2 times,
2 times -8.
good, which is?
And -16.
Good. Anything else I can do over here?
No.
No. Okay, Brooklyn, what do I need to do over here? Which are?
4x and
Good, what's 4 minus 2?
-2.
Good. What happens with the 7? Yep, comes on down. Okay, so now I have 2x minus 16 equals 2x plus 7. Still with me? My step was always to combine the variables. Maya, which variable is smaller, 2x or 2x?
They're the same.
They're the same, so does it matter which one I subtract?
No.
Nope, so I'm going to subtract 2x from this side, subtract 2x from this side. 2x minus 2x is 0. What comes down? Yeah, negative 16 equals 2x minus 2x is 0. What comes down?
7.
So now I have this as an answer. Negative 16 equals 7. In what world does negative 16 equal 7?
None.
None. So is this my answer? No. What do we have to put?
No solution.
No solution. I know that some of you on a quiz or a test will find some that you're like, this is hard. I can't get the answer. It must be no solution. Please solve it. Please work your way through it. They're not all going to be no solution, because I've had kids do that in the past. Be like, oh, this was hard, no solution. Oh, this was hard, no solution. I'm like, no, that's wrong and silly. Like maybe someday I'll give you a quiz that's all the same answer, because I like doing that every so often. But it's, if you get 7s for like the first 6, probably going to keep being 7. That's my go-to. There's a hint. So if you're like, man, x equals 7 for the first like 12 of them, there's a reason. Questions? No solution. Okay. This is the one that's a little bit trickier. So no solution, one side doesn't equal the other. With all real numbers. Okay, first off, there is a symbol for all real numbers. It is 2 lines and a R through half of them. Okay, this means all real numbers. Everybody with me? So this is going to be your solution for some of them. What does all real numbers mean? It doesn't matter what number we substitute in, it will work. Both sides of the equation will be exactly the same. Both sides of the equation have to be exactly the same. Questions on that? Like I promise you, if you can solve equations, you can solve no solutions, you can solve all real numbers. But you're looking at it going, okay, let me have an example. Let me have one. So let's do this. 3x minus 2 equals negative 2 plus 3x. So I know, it's a little different. It says they'll be exactly the same. Are they exactly the same? Yes and no. I can switch these two, but rather than say, hey, I'm looking at it and it doesn't look the same, solve it. You can solve equations. I've got faith in you. Nothing to distribute, nothing to combine. But on opposite sides, I've got positive 3x's. Does everybody agree there? What do I need to do to combine my x's? If they're positive, we have to do what, Swill? Subtract. So I'm going to subtract 3x from both sides. 3x minus 3x is 0. 3x minus 3x is 0. Negative 2 now equals negative 2. Is that true? That's true. So one side equals the other side. So I would put this symbol, all real numbers. But why? We don't often get answers that are like 100, right? We try to keep those answers pretty small, like x equals 4, x equals 3. I'm going to go to 100 because it's something that we don't usually do. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to check. All real numbers. Any number that I choose that is a real number will work. I'm going to choose 100. So I've chosen 100 equals x. So now I'm going to go 3 times 100 minus 2 equals negative 2 plus 3 times 100. 3 times 100 is 300. 300 minus 2 is 298. Everybody agree there? 3 times 100 is 300 plus a negative 2. Negative 2 plus 300 is 298. Oh, so that one works. Smells like something's burning. As long as it's not our classroom, we're good. So let's try another one. Choose a small number. Mason, give me a small number. 4. So choose x equals 4. I'm trying to show you there's more than one choice. So now I've got 3 times 4 minus 2 equals negative 2 plus 3 times 4. That worries me. 3 times 4 is 12. That's 112, and that's not the right answer. Is 12. 12 minus 2 equals negative 2 plus 12. That's 10. Negative 2 plus 12 is 10. Notice how it still works. Everybody with me? All real numbers work. Questions on this so far? Okay. You're going to try 4 of them. So let's try 4. It can be, you can get one solution, x equals. You can get no solution. You can get all real numbers. Okay, try these 3 problems.
Just turn off the heat real soon. It doesn't.
When it was middle of January.
So it sounds like we're done, right? Are we finished with number 1, 2, and 3?
No.
It's the heater, it's okay.
No, school's gonna catch
Wait,
fire. We're all gonna die.
Until heater blows
Yeah.
up.
I'm sorry. No. Sit in your seat, please. Okay? All right, we're gonna work for about another minute and then we'll go ahead and go through number 1 together. So. Give me a thumbs up if you've finished number 1. You good?
Why does it smell like it's burning? Okay, well, I shut it off because I didn't like the smell. It was making me sick.
Yeah, it smells kind of around us up here a little bit.
Okay, 1 more minute.
They were given 1 minute more than a minute ago, so.
Oh.
You're good. No, I'm just saying if they get
Gotcha.
another minute, that'll be plenty of time.
Gotcha. I will be good. I don't know. Okay, so take a look. So you have to know how to solve equations, which is why we've been spending this whole time solving equations. Again, this is day 9. So number 1, we've got 5, parentheses, 3x minus 7 equals 12x plus 21 minus 4x plus 7 plus 7x. I don't care which side you choose. Caleb, which side would you like to start on, the left or the right?
The left.
The left. So I have to make my balance point so I know which sides are which. What do I have to do on this left-hand side?
5 times.
Yeah, what do we call that when we're multiplying into parentheses? What do we call that when we're multiplying into parentheses?
Starts with a D.
Listen to Evan, because he's told you a couple times.
I can't hear him.
Whisper to him.
Distributing.
Distributing. So 5 times 3x is 15x. 5 times negative 7 is negative 35. Nothing else on this side. Equals. Over here, we're going to combine like terms. 12x's plus 7x's minus, 12 minus 4 is 8. 8 plus 7 is 15x. Negative 20, or positive 21 plus 7 is positive 28. Still with me here? So now we've got like terms on opposite sides, we combine them. Always start with your variables. Subtract 15x from both sides. That leaves me 0. Negative 35 comes down, equals. That becomes 0 equals 28. Negative 35 equals 28? So this answer is no solution. Fists, how many got that one right? Okay. Make sure you copy it down if you missed it. Number 2. We've got 5x minus 12 equals 5 times x minus 4 plus 8. So again, same idea. We're splitting it down the middle. Nothing on the left side, so let's distribute. 5x minus 20 plus 8. Negative 20 up plus 8 is negative 12. 5x minus 12 equals. I could stop right there. I know all real solutions. I know no solutions. I know one solution well enough that I can say, is the left side exactly the same as the right? Yes. If it is, it will be all real solutions. It can be all real numbers. It doesn't matter. But I still want you to solve it. Find your variables. Have to subtract 5x from both sides. That's 0. Negative 12 equals negative 12. Is that true? When one side's the same as the other, then we put the symbol here, which is all real solutions or all real numbers. What number can I plug in there? What number can I plug in to make this equation work? What? Somebody give me a number. What number can I plug in to make it work? 8. What else could I plug in there to make it work? It doesn't matter. I can plug in every single number that we want, and it will work. That's what all real numbers mean. Because I don't think any of you know what an imaginary number is yet. It's the square root of negative 1. But that's awesome. I know. And number 3. We've got 2x plus 7x minus 12 equals 7x minus 34 plus 12. So, find your balance point. Combine like terms. 2x plus 7x is 9x minus 12. Combine my like terms. Negative 34 plus 12 gives me 7x minus, 22. Okay. 7x is smaller, so I subtract 7x from both sides. Gives me 2x minus 12 equals negative 22. I add 12. Gives me 2x equals negative 10. Divide by 2. X equals negative 5. So why did I choose these 3? Because you have a no solution, you have all real numbers, you have one solution. These types of problems will be on your next quiz/test. Everybody with me? So here's what I want you to do now. I just want to do a quick check. So get out, it can be a half piece of paper. If you want to split it with a partner, you're going to turn these in. You're going to do 3 more problems. I'm going to give you a second to copy these down. We'll do 3 more problems. Ms. Armstrong, can we copy these 3 problems down so we can use them for... Thanks, I'm sorry. You show up and I already put you to work, you know. I'm a jerk. I'm done now. That was a long